Hi, my name is David Murphy. Hi, my name is David Murphy. I am an everyday. Hi, my name is David Murphy. I'm an average everyday gamer, and I was lucky enough to be able to purchase one of the 15,000 tickets for the general public to go to the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3, for the year 2017. I'm flying out first thing tomorrow morning via Spirit Airlines out to California, Los Angeles, and I will be going to the show as soon as I touch down on the ground. And really, for this to happen, I gotta tell you, the stars have to have aligned like a million times over for this to be something where I can take the time away from my work, that my wife will allow us to leave, or allow me to leave her behind, which again, that's a whole other story in itself. I'm glad that she allowed me to do this because again, this is my dream. May not happen again. This may not, go on in 2018. They may decide that, 2017 was just a fluke experiment year. It wasn't a very popular, successful thing. Maybe the industry didn't like it. Perhaps they complain about all the extra people in there and they can't do their job. Who knows? I mean, there's a million ways, a million reasons that this opportunity may not present itself to me next year. Again, it's really a miracle that I am actually having the opportunity to go to the show, and that, thankfully the people who make E3 offered these 15,000 tickets. I think it's really something special, and I'm gonna take my time to document every single little bit of it that I can. All too often I see these sort of stories from E3 and from the industry side. It's just, the business of E3. It's just going there, showing you games, and that's it. Really, you don't get a sense of the sort of culture of E3, or the background, or the behind the scenes. All that sort of stuff is never really shown, I think, explicitly. Here's my game plan, right? So obviously, first day, Nintendo. Got to hit the Nintendo booth. I love me Nintendo. I want to play some Mario Odyssey. So the first day is going to be Nintendo, and each of the 3 days I plan on hitting a major booth. So first day, hopefully I can get into the line really quick, really early, maybe get into the Nintendo booth without waiting too long. And then after that, the rest of the day will just be spent going around, walking around, talking to people, seeing the little indie booths, maybe going up to where I can maybe short line and play a demo really quick. That's going to kind of be my game plan after the first on the first day, because the first day is the shortest day of the three. It starts at noon and ends at 6, so I only got 6 hours. Second day, I like the Microsoft booth. I want to play that new Xbox One X, try out some of the games, see what the best video game console box in the industry can do. But that'll probably be Microsoft and Bethesda on the second day. Again, more walking around, more seeing the show, more walking up to industry people. So again, my priorities are playing the games. Getting to see those games early is going to be just a treat, and I can't wait to have that experience. My second objective is to meet people. I really want to get to know other people in the industry, get to know people who make the games, people who report about the games, people just who like the games and play the games, who are like me. And my third priority is just experience the event, just feel it, just have it come into me, just remember it, just to have that memory that will be with me, I think, for the rest of my life. And I'm going to do whatever I can to spend as much time as I can just sort of absorbing all of that around me. Whatever happens, happens, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm glad this happened finally. Going to E3. All right, it's geez, what time is it? It is sometime after 4 a.m. on June 13th. First day E3. Heading out to the airport now. see here. I need to go to level 1 ticket baggage claim. And there's you. Level 1. Everything in our bag from our pockets, is that? Yep. Going through in the terminal now. With fresh cooked bacon, so number 3 combo with OJ. Bye, see you later. I'm gonna be there today. So I'll head over to the E3 right now. I'm gonna see this live and in person. First time ever. It's gonna be awesome. I'll let you know how it goes. I just want to let you know how cool this is, that I am going to be able to play this game in like a few hours. I'm watching this live stream right now of a game that's not out, and I'm actually gonna get to play it in a couple hours. It's crazy. It blows my mind. It's amazing. Junk. Hey, where did we get badges? Where did you get the badge?
We got them yesterday up front. They got little tents everywhere.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks. Just follow the line. Just go follow the line? All right, thanks. Time to pick up the badge.
Barcodes available. Photo IDs and barcodes.
Awesome, thank you. All right. Got my badge. Is this the line from Mario Odyssey?
I have no idea. Now I'm concerned I'm in the wrong one.
Oh yeah. This is for the taxes game, you know?
Oh, is
tax
it? I have no idea.
tax evasion. And this is for the fun games.
How long can you
Super Mario. Hey, have you guys been to this before? Do you know, like, this is one entrance, but you can enter in the west side, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the one where you see God of War.
Okay. I know. So these are some of the outdoor thingamajigs. The media area. Pretty nice. What's this the line for?
To get into the actual E3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
So I'm in the middle of the West Hall here.
That's the problem with
Like your setup, guys.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, right?
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
I love your outfit. Love your outfit, man. It's very nice.
Very nice, very casual, as loud and outgoing, just like me.
There you go. Your first
plus-
E3?
What?
Is your first one, or you been?
First time at E3, so.
Ooh, same here, buddy.
Oh, nice.
All right, man. Yeah. Good. Have fun.
All right, you too.
So this is where all the exhibitors set up their little private demo areas, huh? Facebook. Okay, so hey, I'm here at E3 2017. Down below is the groups, the throngs of masses that have assembled to enter the actual area. They haven't actually opened it. They're not opening it till noon. So those people are just going to be waiting in line for the next hour or so. They've probably been waiting in line a lot longer than that. I got here about 10:30 and it was just swamped with people. Lines going around buildings, around blocks. It's pretty intense. My initial idea was to try and get in line, maybe get here, because I thought, I'll be here about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'll be here way early. Nope, not here, not early at all. Totally behind the power curve. So I think I'm going to give up on my initial idea of trying to get to the Nintendo booth first, because it's going to be crazy as soon as I get there. So I will drift around it, come back to it every so often, maybe see how the line dies down, see how the area is. But I think today I'm just going to spend today exploring, seeing what I can kind of just Forrest Gump my way into, perhaps a demo of some sort, but no real agenda, no real trying to get into any sort of specific big show booth today. Just going to explore the show floor, try and see as much of it as possible, and then redouble my efforts tomorrow and try and get here early enough so I could actually maybe, I don't know, play a game. Anyways, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, farming simulator.
E3 at the Nintendo booth. It's pretty awesome. Kind of loud. Okay, so I'm here at the Nintendo booth, and I just played the Mario Odyssey game. I got this hat for playing it. They give away 400 of these a day, so I was able to lucky get one. It's very loud here, so I have to yell to be heard, but otherwise though, a really great experience, fun game. Reminds me a lot of Nintendo 64 Mario, or any real Mario game. So much to do, so little time to do it in, only 10 minutes to actually do anything. I really got to play it again, try the city level, because I tried the desert level, which is fun, but I really want to try the city level. So got an excuse to come back here again sometime before the show ends and play one more time. So otherwise though, loving E3 so far. Nintendo, awesome job, knocked out of the park. Way to go, Nintendo.
I've seen some of these slides already.
The official soundtrack, and a dazzling gold-plated musical heart locket.
in their life in-game and outside of the game. And I am one person in the front office. Down there is Jay Saul, our CEO, who's also committed on a day-to-day basis to this.
Restocking all the way up. Now what we need to do is control.
We've heard Sweet J saying it,
unless you press or something, we're not letting that in either. They will not let that. Do you have a press or something?
Bringing up the Forza on Xbox One X. We talked a little bit earlier about Gears and how the team brought that. Tell us, can you?
So, I don't know if you can tell, we were offered a professional interviewing services of Jeff Keighley, and we said, we're going to wing it. Oh yeah, we're going to do it, so you're welcome. Is
Keighley in the wings?
If we need him. I think we can pull cord and
at any time we can pull the Keighley ripcord, he'll come out and save us?
Yeah, it'll be like a hologram.
Okay, so day one of E3 is over. I am getting breakfast right now at a local eatery near the hotel that I'm staying at, and honestly I was like, I wasn't even sure I would come over here just because the establishment I'm at right now is the most flea-baggiest hotel I've ever stayed in. Not ever, but it's up there. Anyways, it was not my plan to stay in the hotel that I'm staying at. I was supposed to stay at the Knights Inn, the hotel that I had made reservations for in February. So they ran my card and it came up declined. No one tells me the card's declined. No one tells me there is a quote-unquote unauthorized purchase, if you will, from their perspective. It's just the card is declined in California. The hotel doesn't do in terms of telling me about this. They just cancel my reservation, go on to the next person and charge their card. And I'm like, it's just, oh my God, it's just so frustrating. No, they didn't tell me they canceled my reservation. They didn't give me an opportunity to fix the issue. They just ran my card once, it came up declined, bada bing, bada boom. They are canceling a reservation I made in February. Oh my God. I can't tell you how just defeated I was at that moment. I was just like, I was tired. I'd been walking all day. I wanted to get into the bathtub and just soak my bones. Anyways, so I was pretty defeated, but they found another hotel in their sister hotels, I guess, chain or whatever. The owner had multiple hotels. And it's a place to sleep. They got a bathtub. They didn't have a stopper. I couldn't stop the water. I could. I found a plastic bag and I stopped the water. Anyways, horrible, horrible hotel experience. Honestly, it's a nice restaurant. I hope the food is good. I'll try the food here. I'll give you my food review. Food good, very good. Played my Mario game, get my Mario hanging. So, did what I wanted to do. All right, so I'm walking to the convention center now. You'll have to excuse the big shadow on my face because it's sunny out here and this hat is a lifesaver. So glad I got this hat yesterday. Walking through downtown LA. I'm not walking through the city proper, but it's interesting to see kind of how the people live. walked around, went to the other hall, the South Hall? Went to the South Hall and walked around there as well. Played a little bit of Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Infinite. That was fun. Also met nice people. Met some people from Peru. Then I got to see the Life is Strange Behind Closed Doors demo. No footage of that to show you, but you know, what you see in a behind closed doors demo is, you know, just, it's what you're gonna see in the game pretty much. It's just, you know, they're not finished with it, so if it freaks out, crashes, or there are bugs, they don't want those to exist in the sort of universe, sort of necessarily making their game look bad. But I was a fan of Life is Strange. I saw, or played the original game. This is sort of a prequel. I think going to this event has really sort of redoubled my desire to want to make a sort of games media entity. You know, because that's what you can do. You can do that now by yourself. So what I've learned in going to this event, you know, just for the whole one day I've been here, is that essentially, you know, this thing is like, oh my gosh, they're so big, it's so many people, it's so many different types of people. It's like, again, you got people who are in the industry, the media, that's so much more than that. It's, you know, people who buy games, people who have some sort of affiliation with games and their business, and or even just, I don't know, are in a business. And years ago I thought about making my own sort of media enterprise or whatever. But the amount of hours you have to put into that to get the numbers you need to justify them allowing you into their thing, like, it's cheaper to buy a ticket.
Oh no!
All right, second day E3, halfway done with the second day. I've been here for, oh my gosh, almost 4 hours. Well, actually, since the thing started, probably in here an hour before that. So, been here for almost 5 hours, and it's been a blast so far. Disappointed to say I've only gotten to do 2 demos, but that's probably more than most have. I gotta be honest, the lines here are insane. I got here, I went straight to the booth I wanted to go to, got in line, still took 4 hours to go through. Well, actually, probably closer to like 3.5, but was it worth it? Yeah, I'd say it was worth it. It was fun. It was neat. Would I do it again? No. But I did 2 VR demos so far. One for Sony, which I made a pre-arrangement for, and then this one with Bethesda, which was just waiting in line. And I actually did some little sneaky action going on, is that essentially I had an appointment to do a demo for PlayStation, but I was running into the time while I was waiting for Bethesda for their demo. And so thankfully the guy behind me in line allowed me to, you know, leave and come back an hour later because I bought him a beer. So it cost me $8 essentially to do 2 demos this morning. I'm like, you know, it is what it is. So I've got 4 more hours left before the end of the day. And if I want to play a big name, high quality title, it's going to cost me probably the rest of the day. So a couple options here. I can zoom around, maybe play a demo here or there, whatever's maybe open. if something is open, or I can devote the rest of my day probably to one more game. So it's decision time essentially at this point. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Again, part of me is like wants to play another game, especially one that's not going to come out for a while. The other part of me just wants to be amongst an experienced E3 and then maybe try and do a couple more games tomorrow. So haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I think I'll roam for a little bit. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do a 360 tour of E3. I'm going to do a Steadicam tour of E3. So probably do a complete walkthrough of the entire show floor on both 360 and Steadicam setups. Kind of get my money out of both those two platforms that I purchased before I came over here. I shot a little bit of time lapse while waiting for my 4-hour-long demo. Actually, it didn't take 4 hours. It was actually more like 3.5 hours. So it wasn't too bad. A couple people bounced, but anyways, I liked it. I liked Fallout 4. It was fun, good demo. And I played The Impatient, another good demo. Wish it was longer. Wish there was more meat to it, but it was fun for what it was. You know, I'm a big story guy. I love story in games, so was happy to play a good story. And like I said, I mean, PSVR is becoming more and more attractive to me. I might actually invest in that system. All right, so it's day 3 of E3, and I'm here at the Capcom booth, about to play some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So looking forward to it.
I actually haven't played. It's going to be confusing. Hope you like button mash. That's what you Calm down.
But Evo is on like the 14th, I think, on our weekend. So that's the biggest one, right?
No, we have to be in line. I'm sorry. I will go find one.
I fell off. I was catching. Man, your legs.
Too much for the piss ass, but XCOM 2 is one of my favorite games. Shut up.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm about to do the Sonic jump here. I've no possible chance of getting the ring, but I'm gonna try, and even if I don't get it, it's still an experience, right? That's what it's all about, experience.
Grab that ring. Oh! Whoa! A solid effort. That's why we have the whole thing covered in foam pads. Oh! Whoa! Oh!
Okay, well, E3 is over. It's bittersweet, I gotta be honest, you know. As sort of they announced the ending in the Nintendo booth, there was a big round of applause, probably from all the Nintendo people who could finally go home. And, you know, there's this sort of sense of not wanting it to end, you know. It's like, it was almost like a communal event in that, you know, it's less so about playing the games as it is a celebration of being a gamer. And I think that's what bringing the outsiders in, you know, bringing the people like me, the people, the non-industry folks, really helped make this more like, you know, and less of a, you know, a sort of industry thing and more of a thing for all gamers. So I'm really happy to have had the opportunity to come to this event. Will I come to it again next year? I don't know. This was an exhausting 3 days. And ultimately, while there was some value in terms of being able to play a few games early, the overall cost to that, the cost of coming here, the cost of having to spend time to wait in lines for a 10 or 15 minute demo, I don't know if it's really worth it for me, you know. I mean, I've got a wife and kids and family, and, you know, if it's gonna be having to spend, you know, a quarter or a half of this entire event in lines, I don't see the point. I mean, these games, the majority of which will be out in, you know, probably less than 6 months, will, you know, be something that I'll hopefully get to play myself, but honestly, you know, probably won't. Majority of these games will go released, and I will never play most of them, except for Mario Odyssey. I'm going to get that in October. But, you know, for the most part, I won't play any of these games when they come out. Maybe I'll end up getting them on Black Friday when they're half-price discount, but probably the majority of the games that I'll get will have already been out from years past. But I think it was a rewarding experience. I'm glad I went, for sure. I mean, this was definitely something that I felt, you know, me personally, I wanted to do, I needed to do. Lifelong dream, as I've kind of said at the beginning of this whole thing. I'm glad I did it. There's no part of me at all that regrets this experience. Like I said, it's sad that this is all over. And, you know, it's like a magical, wonderful experience that only exists in this time and place once a year. And, you know, it's just amazing to see the grouping of people and industry, and everyone I met was super duper nice. These are the, you know, the dream makers, the fun makers, you know, to create things that bring people joy, I think, you know, is the next sort of personal step in my endeavor in terms of life, you know. So, again, will I come back next year? We'll see. I say no right now, but honestly, probably when those registration opportunities open, I'll probably buy a ticket and I'll probably come here if the wife allows. Overall, though, loved E3. Can't wait for next year, whether I come here or watch it online.
Thank you.